Yeah, welcome to the channel. This is Naz, and today I have a review for this manga right here, Wandering Island by Kenji Tsuruta or something like that. So this is only 2 volumes at the moment that's being released by Dark Horse. There are only 2 volumes. We don't know when the 3rd one is coming out. It hasn't been solicited yet, so yeah. But don't let that dissuade you from getting this manga. This manga right now, okay, let's say it becomes, just to preface it before I get into it, let's say it never comes out again, okay, and this is it, this is all we ever get. I'm still gonna keep it in my top 10s. That's how good it is for me personally, that these 2 volumes, even if it was just 1 volume by itself and the story got never completed, I would still cherish it and rave about it and be like, yo, this is top recommendations on my part. So Wandering Island, the story is about this young lady here, Mikuru, who, with her grandfather, they run a service, an air service, delivery service, Mikuru Airways here. But so in the beginning, her grandfather dies, and after she grieves a little bit, there is a mystery. He left her a package for her to deliver, and the address that the address is not on any island that she's familiar with. She doesn't know that location. So it's a mystery island. It's an island that maybe perhaps, there are some illusions. So it's from there, the story. So, but it's not really the plot or the story itself that gives me the reason I'm praising it so well and gushing over it. Is not really for the story or even for the plot, or if there are any. It's more this character here and her cat, or weird cat. So the cat in here, the cat right there. And it's the adventurous nature, her spirit, her motivation, and just the examination of her daily life in a nomadic style, and the aesthetic of the manga, right? The aesthetic of the manga, and at the same time the usage of panel, the art, the choice of, it's just so much pain detail that is put in. This is like when Takehiko Inoue decides to paint a big mural. Okay, that's how every panel feels like in this manga, and it just evokes spirituality, like mysticism, and not in a preachy way, but in more like, it's just this vibe of wondering, yeah, like this pondering, ebbing, the ocean is ebbing type of feel. That's the feeling that I get when I read, is a calming pursuit. But at the same time, some of the choices that she makes, and her relentless, she's just doggedly going after this pursuit of hers, to solve this mystery. There are some hurdles that she has to go through, and then it kind of paints a picture of that type of this small town life and her dedication to this craft, and what it means to her, and then this final message that maybe her grandfather, the reason why he left her this parcel to deliver at this island that perhaps does not exist, or it exists, and there's just these weirdness. Now, that's kind of the first volume. It sets it up that way. It sets it up in its premise. Some of the facial expressions, the character that she encounters, it's all wholesome. And I don't think words will do any justice in describing this manga. Words will not do it any justice. That's how I feel. I feel that I've read it since I got it twice, and I want to read it again. That's and it's right. I'm seriously, Pluto's up there in my top 10. Monster, Vagabond, but this is getting up there. It's getting up there, and I don't know when volume 3 is gonna come out. I'm like, yo, but I'm guessing that each volume probably takes a year. The man takes his time. Right here, this is not a spoiler, but just look at that panel. Should and the usage, how he draws the waters, the city, the structures, the usage of characters, and there are some things you have to pay attention. This is one of those mangas that you have to reread again and again, and every time you read it, there's something unique that you're gonna find out about it. And there's some colors, and there's a little bit of writing in the back here, some history that I have to read that I forgot about. And it does allude and reference some archaeology, some references And the man did a lot of so much research when he was doing this, that this is kind of like a depiction of what it is like to live in one of these smaller islands on the coast of Japan, where there are not major, there are not any services because it's so small. The people that live there probably are like maybe in the hundreds. These small islands that don't show up on the map because they're so small, but there's so many of them. And it's kind of her interaction and her trying to find what this is about. And then eventually this right here, and I already told this story many times, but originally when I got this manga, I picked up this one up. I don't know why I picked it up, I just picked it up and I read it. I read volume 2 first. I read volume 2 and hunted down volume 1, and at the time this was during the great manga recession. This was the great manga people when people were just scalping and there was everything was out of stock. I thought it was gonna go out of print, so I think I paid a wafty price for volume 1, and then I went on to get some of these other works. The man did Emanon, which is 3 volumes, is complete, and that one too has kind of like the same erotic feeling. And I think these are one of those manga artists that take their time with their craft, that don't just do one, like some of the shonen is good, some of the seinen are good, like some of these series that are weekly, where the authors are constrained to that weekly period where they have to produce no matter what, produce a chapter every week. And I think because of that pacing, sometimes you don't get good quality, for example, Bleach. And I think this artist, you can tell that the man loves his craft, that he puts so much energy and so much soul. There's soul in this manga. I can feel it. There's soul. If today I got rid of all of my manga, I would probably retain these. I would retain it. It's just give volume 1 a try. Yeah, this is a unique manga. Got them some nice French plops. But that's kind of like my review, and it's just pretty much more of a gushing really review. And some of her character work, I didn't want to give too much detail about what happens to her. It will spoil. It's better just to go in there not knowing anything. So, but that's that. If you've read this, let me know what you guys think about that. If you guys like the content, please leave a like, comment down below. Yeah, peace.